Hey, how we doing, guys? Gameshodamus here, over at the Telltale booth with Dave Grossman. And if you're not familiar with Telltale, they are the classic makers of Sam & Max and other amazing games. And they have recently announced a partnership with Universal to make a Jurassic Park and Back to the Future game. Dave, can you please go over that?
Well, I do want to make sure that you understand that actually is two separate games.
Right.
We're not actually going to do Back to Jurassic Park, which might be kind of fun.
That could be fun.
So yeah, we've been talking to Universal for a little while, and they have decided to trust us with some of their evergreen licenses, as we would call them, Back to the Future and Jurassic Park. Which,
right.
you know, holy cow, those are like things from my childhood.
Yeah, I know, classics.
Yeah, which are still like totally exciting to be working with. So I think people are gonna probably the response is gonna be this. People are gonna say, Back to the Future, Telltale. Well, of course, Telltale is making a Back to the Future game. Why? You know, I'm surprised they didn't do that 3 years ago, because that really feels like kind of in our wheelhouse. You know, our it's very much in line with our sense of humor. You know, you could probably imagine us making a game about time travel and it working pretty well. And Jurassic Park, I think people are going to be like, oh, really, Telltale? You know, but really it's, if you think about it, that's another license which is kind of rooted in kind of characters and story, and where I think people will find it odd is because this is a very tense kind of a license. The stories are ones that really sort of must keep moving. You can't sort of hang around and do things at your own pace, and you know, like our games up now have been very friendly, and this will not be quite so friendly. Although I promise you, it won't.
And will you be doing this episodically as well?
They're both going to be episodic. Back to the Future is going to come out first. It'll be in the winter, and then Jurassic Park will follow a little afterwards.
Awesome. Now, you also have an amazing game pilot program for kind of up-and-coming developers and indie games and that kind of thing. Can you go over how that works exactly?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that too. So, while working with big licenses like Back to the Future and Jurassic Park is one part of our business, we also want to encourage people, like both in and out of the studio. We want to do more original IP kinds of stuff, because that is inherently a lot riskier. What we're going to do is do something that TV studios have been doing forever, which is you make a pilot and then you use the pilot to kind of gauge what is going to be the success of the series. And a lot of times what will happen in TV is a production company will make a pilot and they'll send it to a network, and then the network will go, yeah, this is great, we want more. So we're treating the audience as the network, and we're going to make a pilot and put it out there, and if people say, oh yeah, that's great, we're buying it in droves and we're all calling you up and telling you that we love it, then we'll do a whole series.
Yeah, that's an awesome system for up-and-coming developers and people that want to get into the industry, to really throw something out there and be able to get feedback right away, and then you guys are also able to pick out the best, you know, and push that forward, and that's an amazing system. You know, there's another Sam & Max coming out as well. Can you go over a little bit of that?
Yeah, well, we're in the middle of Sam & Max: The Devil's Playhouse, which is kind of in many ways the best Sam & Max ever, at least in terms of computer games. It's very, very pretty, and it's got a lot of interesting kind of gameplay in it. And this new episode also marks for the hardcore fans the return of Mike Stemley to the franchise. He was the writer on the original Hit the Road game.
Right.
And it's got some interesting game design in it as well. Like, if you haven't been following the series, I'll just say that it's all been about Max and these weird psychic powers that he's had. And at the beginning of this episode, someone has stolen Max's brain, so Sam is kind of out on his own. He gets into film noir detective mode, and he starts like beating some heads, and we've got a whole little kind of interrogation mechanic where you can threaten people or demand more information or out and out accuse them of lying, and you basically make your way through there's like a set of suspects that you kind of question. They're all lying to you about something, and you have to kind of figure out what by talking to the other guys, and eventually you get some information, you track down Max's brain and actually give him a new one. So, and I'll leave it at that. It's pretty fun.
Awesome. When does that do out?
That is coming out, wow, I think it's the 22nd of June. 22nd. I'm occasionally wrong about these things, but I think that's what it is.
It's a good guess. And for someone who is interested in getting into the pilot program, how exactly would they go about doing that?
That's an internal thing at the moment, although I would like to, actually, Puzzle Agent is sort of an external thing, because the originator of the IP is Graham Annable, but he used to be our creative director. It's just kind of how he knows us. So if you know somebody in Telltale, maybe you could work with us on something. be cool.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot of things on your plate right now, and it all looks very good. So stay tuned and check out.
Gotta go work.
Yeah, exactly. Get back to work so we can get these games quicker.
Okay, good. We'll do.
Hey, thanks a lot, Dave.
Thanks.
We'll see you guys around.